previous clients that we've worked with social enterprise, obviously we've got the enterprise side of things. Obviously I always wanted to be in the media. I knew that I was never actually going to be a star or a pop star or be a dancer or anything, but I always wanted to be in the media. But I also wanted, because of my background and my upbringing, I wanted to also do something that I can give back and provide opportunities for other young people who probably weren't as clued up as I was. So what we do is we work with people like the drug action team, but we provide the service that we actually do. So for example, last summer they had a massive outdoor event all about drugs outside the council house, and they paid us £2,000 just to walk around with the camera and ask people, what's your opinion on drugs? Because a lot of these public sector organisations have a lot of money, millions of pounds, and actually don't have a clue of how to engage their client group basically, so they have to employ individuals or organisations like ourselves to be like the middleman. Birmingham Youth Services, and they wanted us to basically help them set up a youth council for Birmingham, which was a £96,000 project which involved taking some young people out to Brussels to the European Youth Forum to see basically how it all works and things like that. And the project came to an end, and that was it, end of funding, end of financial year, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's one of the things that happens in the public sector. Government Office West Midlands, they commissioned us to do research on a basic funding process that they've commissioned out. So we do things like that as well, research. It's not all media and entertainment, we do a lot of social stuff as well, and social research. MTV Base, we've done stuff with them. BBC One Extra, we did a lot of live music night called I Love Live, which is at the Yard Bed in Birmingham, and I ran 4 nights there over a 6-month period. New School Rules, which is the biggest hip hop and R&B conference in the world, takes place annually in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. We actually met them all through networking and things like that, which I'll get to a bit further on. And Big City Radio, we've got a contract with them, we provide 70 hours of programming. We just went along and says, hey, you need some better music on your station? We're the people. And they was like, okay, we don't get any money out of that, but it's actually opened our doors to a lot of other stuff. And sometimes you'll see that money's not also the main objective, because that will actually come. Black International Film Festival, the NHS, Channel 4, Vertigo Films. You may have seen recently in the news about the new feature film out of Birmingham called One Day. That's been all over the news. We were basically involved in, the police invited us to come along and watch a screening of the film and get our feedback. Then obviously it was banned in Birmingham, and then we decided to show it at the Custard Factory anyway. Vertigo Films came down with Penny Walcott, who's the director. The organiser, the theatre's been outsourced, and the theatre people were like, oh, you didn't tell them what type of film it's going to be. We're not letting this happen. Then they sent security round to say we're overcrowded, to shut us down. And they called the police, and there was loads of things happen, but the film screening still went ahead, because we basically are those people that kind of just go against the grain and just do what we like, basically, within the law, of course. And then we've got a couple of other clients, Fresh Deaf Clothing and Dots to Dots Clothing, where we do some PR marketing for them. They're young entrepreneurs that actually don't have an interest in business. All they care about is being creative, making clothes, and saying, hey, here's my stuff, how do I get it to market, basically. Real Deal Comedy Jam, which is a black comedy organisation that provides all the black comedy productions across the UK, with people from America, P. Diddy's comedy show, Russell Simmons' comedy show. So we're involved with them. We actually publish their magazine for them. We sponsor their event, which we get a lot of free PR out of as well. Leon Management Services, again, we do a lot of marketing for them. We do rebranding their website, bringing them into the 21st century in terms of social media. We do some stuff with Closure Live, Hardo Films, we do some short films, so we do casting for them to get actors. We also did all the costume and the wardrobe and things like that, and I ended up becoming an associate producer. And Birmingham City Council Equalities, when they get any events coming on, we help just shift the tickets, so we got like 10 free tickets to Miss Bollywood UK. Anything they just want to throw our direction, we just take it basically and go and have a good time. This is me. Last week I collected Cosmopolitan Magazine Ultimate Woman of the Year, Most Inspiring Woman of the Year. That's me. I hope you've been inspired so far today. Basically, 7 years ago, instead of getting a degree at the age of 21, I decided to earn myself a criminal record. It meant that I had to spend 2 years on a new deal placement on £55 a week, working at a youth project based in Aston that was working with young people heavily involved in gangs. In 2003, there was a shooting that took place, tragic shooting that took place with 2 girls in January, and because we were based literally 100 yards from where it happened, we were just catapulted into the headline, and every newspaper, magazine, TV station wanted to talk to us. And we were basically pimped out, and we spent 3 months, you know, doing all this press stuff, and we didn't actually make a penny from it. And we were all working for free at the time, and I spent 2 years doing that. It was quite stressful and emotional work, because it, you know, deals with a lot of serious issues, and we've had quite a few tragic situations where so many people sadly lost their life. But it also inspired me to say that, you know, there is actually hope, and there are a lot of young people out there that want to change. So what I decided to do is I spent 2 years doing that, and then what I did is, it was called Dream Cycles. Spent 2 years working there, and basically I was just all about what can I get for free. They only can give me £55 a week, so what can I get for free? So what they had within the voluntary section and charitable sector, there's so much free training, free resources and things that you can access. Every week I was on a training course. I had a very lazy director. He spent more time in bed than actually at work. So he'd book on all these courses, and it would be saying like, oh, you've got £50 penalty if you don't turn up. We had no money, so I used to phone him and go, you've got this conference. He'd be like, oh, I've got the flu or whatever. He's just being lazy. So I used to say, okay, fine, I'll go down there because we haven't got £50. So I used to access all this free training, and after 2 years, my CV was about 8 pages long. People used to look at me and think, she just made this all up, but it was just loads and loads of free training. Because I didn't get a degree, and at that time I didn't want to go back and do 3 years out of a degree, I thought what little short courses that I could do. Some of them was free, some of them had to pay for, so I went to City University in London, and I did a 2-weekend residential on event management. I did introduction to the music industry. I was privileged that when we started at the media enterprise, there was a bursary going, even though I didn't complete the course. There was a bursary going, which meant that I could get on it for free, otherwise I wouldn't have been doing it. So I thought, yeah, freeness. So I managed to convince an that without a degree that I was a worthy candidate, and I got onto the course. Then I started this organisation called Ventum and Honest, because I was always into the music industry. And Ventum and Honest, we used Google Translate, so I don't even know if it actually made any sense. Million sellers. And I was like, there's so much talent in this city. We're going to go platinum. We're going to sell 1 million records. We didn't actually sell any, but it was a good idea. And after a year of getting some funding, having to spend the funding, looking at the bank balance at the end of the project and seeing zero because you actually had to spend all the money, or they'd say, why did you not spend the money? And we thought, hey, this is not really the best way to make £1 million. So that folded. My business partner at the time, he was quite not the entrepreneur that I was, so I helped him to get a 9-to-5 job. But the thought of having a job, I'd rather throw myself off a building. That was the honest truth. I'd rather go busking on the street, and I just couldn't do it. Then in 2005, the riots took place in Nazals. I was doing a volunteering for another organisation at the time, and we were out there with our first-class T-shirts saying, "Go home to the kids, you know, come off the streets, keep Aston peaceful." And then the BBC came along and they saw us and was like, "Hey, do you want to get on the news?" And I was like, "Yeah!" So I was there and I was giving a big speech because I'm very used to talking a lot, as you might have realised. And I was on the camera and I spoke. My old funder from Young Disciples actually saw me on the news and called me up the following week and was like, "Hey, Justice, like, what are you doing now?" Obviously, they knew what I was doing. I was out there campaigning, obviously peacefully and legally. And I says, "Well, I'm looking to start a new organisation called Inner City Creative Media Group." So like, "Okay, brilliant, like, what do you do?" And I said, "Well, I've developed this business startup program." Because when I tried to start my own business, I went to Business Link and I tried to tell the business advisor, who was about 65, that I wanted to do a social enterprise. And by the time I'd finished explaining, he was like, "No, dear, it's not a business, it's a charity." And I was like, "No, it's not a charity, it's a social enterprise." At that time in Birmingham, there was not a lot of knowledge around social enterprise. And so I just gave up. So I thought, you know what, why don't I just develop a course for people like myself? So I went back to college, South Birmingham, I did my teacher's training, and I learned basically how to write courses, develop my course, and the Barrack Charity Trust thought, hey, Justice is a wonderful girl, we'll give her some money. So they gave me £22,500 for 12 months to start my own programme. I didn't really manage my budgets very well. But the programme went very successful. We spent all the money about 6 months in and managed to wing our way through the last 6 months, and I just basically had to live on noodles, tea and toast